And the world's best pound-for-pound fighter, Manny Pacquiao, against the world's most controversial pro, Antonio Margarito, in front of 70,000 people at the Dallas Cowboys Stadium. On the line, the WBC light middleweight title. How that's on the line, no one knows, but hey, that's the way things work. But there is a bit more than that on the line, as far as I'm concerned. I'm joined now by Gary Poole, whose fantastic book about the Filipino idol called Pac-Man is just out. We talked about it last week with Gary, and I thought to get him back on because he's down there in the thick of it in Dallas. Good evening, Gary.
Hi, nice to be on again.
Yeah, listen, pleasure to have you on. How's it shaping up down there?
Well, I mean, I'm sure you've heard about this videotape that was.
I have, but I want you to tell me.
Well, there was a videotape that was circulated around showing Margarito and some people in his camp making fun of Freddie Roach's Parkinson's.
Unbelievable. Staggering.
And then yesterday they sort of apologized. It wasn't much of an apology at the press conference. And then today there was the undercard press conference, and Margarito showed up unannounced and apologized again. But he also sort of made this lame excuse that the video had been heavily edited. So you know, it was ugly, I would say.
That's ridiculous. I mean, you know, I've seen it. That's not been copied. That's not been played with, Gary. In general, I mean, are we over the you know, is Freddie now considering or thinking that Manny's in good shape now? Because he was not necessarily concerned, but he was worried that he'd taken his eye off it slightly.
Yeah, he has expressed concern, but over the last couple of weeks, he says Manny is in great shape, and Manny looks like he's in great shape. When he worked out the other day, the speed was there. He looks good. On the other side of the ring, Margarito looks a little drawn to me.
Yeah. Oh, really?
And he's been seen, or at least the Pacquiao camp is talking about how he's on the treadmill all the time in the hotel gym trying to lose the weight. I mean, Manny looks as fit as a fiddle to me.
Yeah, so that's good. People are, I think, outraged. I'm looking at a couple of websites here, Gary, and they're asking me to ask you questions about, you know, about that video. Has anyone asked Bob Arum about it? Do you know? At the press conference, anyone said, Bob,
yeah,
what do you make of this man you've been defending, and it's personally cost you $500,000?
Yeah, I didn't actually talk to Bob about it, but I did talk to Freddie yesterday, and Freddie was more upset than I've ever seen him.
Wow.
He can be pretty placid guy and rolls with the punches, but he was very upset, and he was really mad and just outraged by it, because I think.
Oh wow, that's no good, is it? That's just not fair. That's just bad form.
Yeah, I just talked to him a couple hours ago though, and it was Robert Garcia, who's Margarito's trainer.
Yeah.
Apologized to him personally, and I think Robert was embarrassed by it, and Roach, you know, at least told me that he had accepted his apology, but I think he's still pretty upset about it.
Yeah, listen, I know, and I don't blame him. Now, have you had a chance to maybe get closer to Manny? I know when he travels, there's about 278 Filipino politicians, but have you managed to get at least within shouting distance to say hi, Manny?
Yeah, you know, he's. I'm staying at the same hotel, and he's been practicing with his band.
That's not what I wanted to hear.
And a lot of people are saying that he should stick to boxing.
Yeah.
But he looks, you know, it's typical fight week for Manny. A lot of stuff happening. He seems very comfortable and confident. I really haven't changed my prediction. I think he'll beat Margarito pretty handedly.
Hey, listen, Gary, it's been a pleasure having you on 2 weeks running. I hope the book goes well, and I'm going to get you on before Christmas when we do a boxing book special.
I'd love to come on.
Listen, Gary Poole, thanks very much indeed, talking from Dallas. So if you haven't seen that disgraceful DVD little film that was made, it really is quite pathetic.